find out about his mercy,
Oh, yes.
his grace, and his goodness.
All right.
Can I do it again? Ain't God good?
Yes, all the time.
And somebody said, not some of the time,
All the time.
not maybe,
All the time.
not he might,
All the time.
not I wish he would.
All the time.
All the time. God is so good. And if he's been good to you this week, if he's been good to you this morning, you ought to be able to say 2 words. You can't say nothing else. You ought to be able to say thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
And you can't say thank you, Lord. Something is raggedy wrong with you. Because I know that he brought me. I don't know about you. Y'all good.
All good.
I don't know about me.
All good.
But he brought me from a mighty long way. Now see, all y'all might have been saved Christian when y'all was born, but I wasn't.
I wasn't in.
And I've done some stuff. Now, never anything too bad, but and don't y'all ask me what I've done either. Don't y'all even know you and ask me what I've done, but I've done some stuff.
Amen. That's all right.
And if you ain't done some stuff,
That's all right.
you are a liar.
Amen.
Because everybody has something
Yes.
they've done that they wish they hadn't done. And they hope nobody finds out about it. Anyway, you can say amen, say amen. Now I'm going to start over again. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, just going to tell y'all this.
All right.
I could not been here today. Like you could not be here today.
That's right.
I was at a funeral yesterday of a young lady that was 41 years old. Be very careful what you say.
Yeah. That's right.
Because she was working as an administrator in Arab Dubai. And she came home during the summer in July. She told her family, she said, you know what? I'll be back home in October.
Oh, yes.
She didn't know how prophetic those words were. The funeral was yesterday, on October 3rd. She passed on September the 22nd at 3:22 in the morning when her folks got the phone call. And it's ironic because she had talked to her aunt the evening before, around 10:30 that night. She said, I'm in the hospital, I'm doing well, they give me some blood, they treat me like a queen.
Yes, sir.
And said, don't worry about trying to get over here, because everything's going to be okay. And her aunt got the call at 3:22 the next morning. Said she had passed. Each and every day that you have is a blessing.
Yes.
God gives that to you, he gives that to me. The only question I ever ask people is, what are you doing that blessing for that?
Amen.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I was asked to go speak in Lufkin today. And had to find them somebody else to speak there. Because I had told Brother Butler that I'd be here. My great-grandfather told me a long time ago, he said, boy, if you have anything else, you got your word. I mean something to you. You dirty poet. He said poet, a whole lot of O's. He didn't say poet, he said poet.
Oh, yes,
You
sir.
dirty poet. You gotta have your word down. I want to thank the leadership of the congregation for inviting me back because I could ask someone else.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And I never take standing in the pool of his life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why I don't ever rush into my message.
Yes, sir.
Because I gotta see if y'all sang and I was over there and I was kind of just sing along with y'all. And you gotta kind of the water calm back down again before you dive off in. Because see, y'all was singing this morning. I didn't say singing, y'all was singing this morning. Y'all were saying with the spirit
Oh, yes.
and the knowledge.
Yes, sir.
And I never make light of anybody's homework. Had the argument going yesterday at the Baptist church, and like I said, I can learn from anybody. I'm telling you, I can. And always take me a pen and some paper inside. I always do that. Because I always learn something that I can teach off of, always. And just ironic how this kind of came about. Continue to pray for those on our sick and shut in list.
Oh, yes.
And continue to pray for those in the hospital and those that have lost loved ones, because until you sit on that front row,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
until it touches you. I told a guy, I was late getting here this morning. I said late by my standards. Because I was leaving the parking lot, and the guy stopped and talked to his son, he got baptized a couple weeks ago. And I was talking to him, and he was telling me things and stuff, and he kept talking. I kept listening, and I looked down and watched forward. I said, you know what? You come outside and get you some church. I'll see you after a while. Y'all made me sweat last week. That wasn't good. I don't like to sweat. I like to just go ahead and teach and sit down. Y'all were pushing me last week. I don't need no pushing this week, okay? Don't push. Because I made scripture fall. Don't push. Need to give you a couple of announcements y'all probably gonna get anyway, but on next Sunday, on next Lord's Day, St. Clair Church in Auburn will start their gospel week. And on next Sunday morning, Brother Norman Cottingham, y'all may have heard of him, will be the AM speaker. Brother Jesse Fogel of Lufkin will be the PM speaker on that Sunday. Brother Homer Davis of the Lyle Street Church will be there on that Monday night. Brother Kenan Allison of North Tennessee Church of Christ will be there on Tuesday night. And Brother Edwin Nolan will be there on Wednesday night of the Tennessee congregation. So if you want to support that, I'm not telling you to go, but if you want to support that, you can. Now the waters have calmed just a little bit.
Okay.
I can kind of go off into the message, and like I said, I never take standing in the pulpit like that. Like you should never take sitting in the pews for worship like that. And I didn't say for church, I said for worship. Because God didn't have to do what he did for you and me during the week. Because see, I noticed some folks started last week off, do not have an opportunity to be in anybody's service. You got an opportunity. This congregational wall should be expanding the boundaries.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
How many of y'all, and don't show any hand, invite somebody to church? Don't show any. How many of y'all invite somebody to church? You grow a church by giving people the opportunity to hear God's word. And I'm not saying, because I always tell y'all, it's not about the messenger. It's about the message.
Yes.
God's message does not change. Continue to pray for those people in Oregon.
Oh,
They
yes.
had a college shooting up in Oregon. It's so many things going on in the world nowadays, but it's the Bible coming back around again, because there will be times when men have itching ears and fall for fables. And all manner of things. Men like it men and women like it women, and them lusting after each other. That's just Bible.
Yes.
It's just coming back around again.
Yes.
And I heard a guy say this, and I'm going ahead and get my message. I thought of this because, see, I thought about the things that the Supreme Court is doing, and all the rules and stuff that they're making, and all the laws they're making. And the guy said, I ain't got to preach about that. The reason why I got to preach about that is because, see, I ain't married nobody in my church that's homosexual. So I ain't got to preach about it. And he said, if I had to preach about it, then I may do it. Then I ain't got to preach about it. I already know where I stand.
All right.
So guess what? I know where I stand. So I ain't got to worry about it. Man can make all kind of laws he want to make. I love every homosexual because they're God's creation. I don't like their spirit. Because God tells us to love everybody. Just pray for them.
That's right.
If you would, please turn back to our place of scripture reading. And if you ever been to any homegoing service, you've heard this scripture. If you ever been. But I want to expand the reading. I want to thank all the brothers that have served to this point on the devotion. They've handed me the baton, so now it's my time to carry you to the finish line.
Amen.
And the Cowboys don't play till 7:30 tonight, so it'll be okay. Just thought I'd go ahead and throw that in, so in case y'all 12 nooners, the noon game is the Texans, so it'll be all right.
That's all right.
So just suppose God came back anyway.
Amen.
I read from the King James Version, and Jesus talking in John the 14th chapter, beginning at verse number 1. And Jesus says, he's talking to his disciples, and he's doing something that we very seldom get a chance to do. He's letting them know he's about to die.
Yes, sir.
And he tells them, he says, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me.
And me.
In my Father's house, in my Father's house
Yes, sir.
are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you so. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. That where I am, there ye may be also.
Also.
And where I go, ye know, and the way ye know. Now, there's a guy named Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Thomas was a doubting guy, always asking questions. Thomas said unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus specifically said unto him,
Unto him.
I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Yes,
I
sir.
just read it as the light,
Yes.
but it's the life.
Life.
No man cometh to the Father but by me.
By me.
Now that's pretty specific.
Yes, sir.
That's a game plan right there if you're an athlete. The coach has just laid out the game plan for you and me. I want to use verse number 6 to bring a message from. I am the way, the truth, the life. No man coming to the Father but by me.
By me.
I want to use as a topical thought. You'll just pray with me over this. One way to salvation.
All right.
Not 5 ways, not multiple ways, not a couple ways. One way. Salvation. See, if you advise somebody today, they may have heard something.
All right.
One way. Salvation. We know that John is one of those gospels. Gospel being the good news, and it amazes me how the disciples had walked with Jesus, had heard his teachings, had seen him do miracle after miracle. And Thomas had the unmitigated gall, the audacity to say, we know where's the way? We've been watching the way. How do we know the way?
Yes. Yes.
Now they had seen him do stuff.
Yes. Yes.
They had followed his teachings. And Thomas had the gall to ask the master teacher, how do we know the way? He specifically told him right then and right there. He lined the plan out. He lined the way out for him. And earlier back up in chapter 20, when Jesus appeared to the disciples in chapter 20, see, I want to show you something. Turn in John chapter 20. I want to show you something here. See, there's a way to do everything, so I like to show people stuff. In verse 25 of chapter 20. See, Jesus had been dead and rose. And Thomas didn't see him. So Thomas said, you know, until I can see him, like I said, be careful what you say now.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Until
yes.
I can see him,
Uh-huh.
I don't believe you saw him. I'm gonna think something happened and I don't know nothing about it. Jesus fixed it for him. Jesus said to him, he showed up. And when Jesus shows up, he normally shows out. The other disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, except I shall see his hand, the prints of the nails, and put my finger in the prints of the nails,
Yes, sir.
and thrust my hand
Uh-huh.
unto his side,
Yes,
I will not believe. Let's just move down a couple of verses, verse 27. And then said he to Thomas. I wonder who talking to Thomas right here.
Jesus.
I'm gonna get Jesus talking to me. And then what Jesus said is, hey, come here. Reach over here. Come hither to me. Reach over here.
Yes, sir.
Reach your finger over here. Behold my hand. Reach the other hand and thrust it into my side. And be not faithful, but believing.
Yes, sir.
You just saw me. You asked to put your hands on my side. Guess what? Come on, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Get what you asked for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, there's one way to salvation. And he had laid out the plan, but see, sometimes we don't listen sometimes. See, I heard somebody say yesterday, even folks in the pulpit don't listen. See, a lot of times, preachers or teachers are pointing at the pew. And when you point at the pew, get what happens? You got the finger pointing back at you. So you can't point at the pew without getting yourself in it too. And once we got to that point there and Thomas had got what he asked for, you ever start down a street? See, in Tyler, they got a lot of one-way streets around downtown. And you could be going a certain direction. And if you're not watching the sign, see, I taught drivers ed at one time. You know how you tell you're going down a one-way street, an easy way that you can tell? How can you tell? Before you even see a car.
They'll be blowing at you.
Before you see a car. You can't read the signs. If you're going the wrong way, you can't read the signs. Because you're looking at the back of the signs, so you can't read them.
Right.
In order to go the right direction, you got to be looking at the sign. If you don't see the sign, and you can't read the sign, you're going the wrong way. I'll let the kind of marinate for a second. See, y'all ain't taught driver's ed. I was a scary guy. So I was real tight on them signs. But if you ever meet oncoming traffic, it throws you to a panic. Now, it don't throw you to a panic at daytime, but at nighttime, because you see the headlights. And the headlights are coming at you. And you can't see the driver. And you don't know if that driver is impaired, mad at the world, drunk and cooler brown, or just trying to do something to themselves. And the closer that light comes, you be trying to do what we call take evasive action. Either trying to get over out of the way, or turn your car around, or start honking your horn to let them know they're going the wrong way. What do you do when people are going the wrong way that you know? How do you turn them around? And I'm going to tell you something. See, I'm out late a whole lot of times at night. Not doing nothing wrong. When you say that, folks think you're doing something wrong. I fish a lot of games. I'm on the road a lot. And a lot of times, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, when I'm getting back home. And God has protected me through a whole lot of situations, because there have been a couple times I've been, I totaled the car out one night. Kicked out the passenger side, came out the passenger side. I wasn't at fault. A guy was passing another guy on the hill. and the other car veered in my path, well, I had two choices.
Yes, sir.
Run head on into him or take the woods.
Yes, sir.
I chose woods. God brought me out of there. But when you top a hill and a guy's passing you, now I was slowing down, letting go ahead and pass, because I was like, well, I ain't no hurry. But another car come over the hill, so this car started coming towards me. And when the DPS got there, I need to tell y'all the story. You know what they tried to do? They tried to arrest me. But the man that was behind me had stopped. And so I saw the whole thing. He said, no, he was driving where he was supposed to drive. So the car came over the hill, came past. So he did all he could do to get out the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, if that other driver had not have stopped, young people, this is a good one for you. You must still be respectful of the law.
That's right.
I could have got all upset and got to cussing and fussing and raising cane and raising sand, but guess what? I said, sir, I didn't do anything wrong. And I didn't know the guy had stopped and come back. I didn't know. Because people pulling over stuff, because I was kind of dazed for a second, and I had some cuts and stuff, but guess what? I came out the other side, and I'm just kind of just glad to get out, and I'm saying, thank you, Lord. And my 1997 green Crown Vic was all crushed up. Saying thank you, Lord. I said, thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, sir.
If I can get a 96, I guess, or a 95, but maybe a 97, I can get something to ride around in.
Thank you, Lord.
But thank you, Lord.
Oh, yes.
See, there are times when stuff happens in your life, you just gotta say, thank you, Lord. And you gotta turn around and change direction.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
There was a newspaper that took a survey up in Ohio to ask people about how could you be saved? How many ways could you be saved? And over 70% of the people, over 70% of the people they surveyed said there were multiple ways to be saved.
Oh, no.
The rest of them really, I don't know if they care or not. Over 70% there are multiple ways you can be saved. I'm here to tell that 70% there's only one way.
Oh, yes,
There's
sir.
only one way to
yes.
salvation. Ephesians 4 and 5 says, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. It didn't say two. And I'm going to show you some ones here today that you can kind of latch on to and hold on to. Tell them about some ones. Anybody ever been to Burger King? Had a Whopper?
Yeah.
And had it your way? Religion ain't like your way. It ain't like Burger King. It ain't like a Whopper. Some folks say hold the pepper, hold that special large don't set up, but guess what? It ain't like a Whopper. When you're in God's house, you do it God's way.
Oh, yes.
You can't put and interject in your own thought process, because that ain't God's way.
Oh, yes.
See, man, I told you last Sunday about they kicked this 103-year-old lady out of the church, wrote her a letter. See, can't nobody kick you out of the Church of Christ.
Amen.
You can take yourself out, but once you obey, you can step away, but you ain't never out of it.
That's it. That's it.
Once a member, always a member. You may go to a denominational church, but once a member, you're always a member. Now, you may pull yourself out,
Yes, sir.
but God can take you out.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's only one way, that's God's way.
Oh, yes.
Proverbs 14 and 12 says, there is a way which seemeth right to man.
Uh-huh.
There is a way
Hey, wait.
that seems right to man. Now see, there's a way that seems right to man, but the end thereof is death.
Oh, yes.
See, you can think you're doing the right thing. You can think you're heading the right direction. Anybody ever been going somewhere without a map?
Yes, sir.
And you stop and see, this is before GPS and the smartphones or dumb phones or whatever you got. And you stop asking somebody for directions. You know how you messed up? You ask somebody for directions, don't know how you just messed up? When folks are looking up in the air, and if two of them stand there, and one point one way and one point, no, you better leave. Because they finna get you lost. There's a right way and a wrong way. I'm gonna tell you about the right way. Proverbs 5:23. He shall die without instruction. See, that's an instruction from God.
Oh, yes.
And in the greatness of his folly, he should go astray. That's a fool right there. See, that's the death of a fool. And see, once you've heard the truth, and you go away from the truth,
Oh,
it's
yes.
your fault.
Oh, yes.
See, God is going to judge us in the end.
Amen.
If you never heard the truth, you may have a lesser judgment. But if you heard the truth and hardened your heart against the truth, you got to answer for that. See, I heard the truth over and over again. And I hardened my heart again. Long time before I went down the water. But when I came out of the water, started working. Right then and right there. If you have a church member that you know has strayed away, have you called? Not to inquire like Dick Tracy or Columbo and what they're doing. Just ask them how they're doing. We miss you. Just want to know that we miss you. I was thinking about you, you're on my mind. Sometimes it's all you need. Sometimes people want to know if somebody cares enough about them, give them a phone call. Now, you don't have to call nobody. It doesn't say in the Bible, you must call somebody. Well, it doesn't say you should. It doesn't say you can't. And if you know who they are and where they are, why not? You don't need to read scripture to them. Just sometimes people knowing that you care about them makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all this, and he didn't tell me to say this, but Brother Butler called me last night. He said, I just hadn't touched base with you. And I said, I think he was trying to check with you. I was coming today. But he said, I just called to touch base with you.
Amen.
You know what I told him? I said, thank you. He said, I called to check to see how your week was. I said, thank you. He didn't have to do that. Because I think that my work kind of proceedings will tell you I'm coming. If I don't show up, y'all start checking now, okay? Now, if it's getting kind of about 10:45-ish, I ain't sitting over yonder, you start checking, okay? Something may have gone wrong. But he said, I just want to check on you. Do you know how much stuff like that means to people? Just a phone call. Just to say, I'm checking on you, I'm thinking about you on my mind. You can't put a price on that. Because it's priceless. It's not the big stuff that folks remember. It's the teeny, weeny, itty, bitty, little stuff that you didn't have to do.
That's it.
Everybody can do the big stuff.
Oh, yes.
Folks don't think about the small. So you got to think about the small stuff. The big stuff, you ain't got to think. Everybody can see the big stuff. Everybody can't see the small stuff. 2 points on the table of seat. Y'all said I'm already finished. That's okay. Point number 1. You got to come in through the door. So there's a lot of ways to enter. You can enter through the window. Over there in Mark 2 and 4, there's a guy that came in through the roof.
Oh, yes.
They said the press was all around the building, and they took time to cut a hole through the roof and lowered a man with palsy down into the building so he could see Jesus.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of ways to come in. Some destructive ways to come in. But there's only one way to come into the Church of Christ. See, ain't no, y'all done heard this before. So some of y'all are preaching to the choir. When you say amen, guess what? Say amen. God don't authorize one way into the mansion. And he said, in my Father's house are many mansions. Don't you want your mansion?
Oh,
He
yes.
didn't say in my Father's house it is a mansion. He said in my Father's house there are many mansions. There's one for me and one for you. Do you want your mansion? Or do you want to just go somewhere because they got a good choir director? Or they got a lot of people there? Or they got a pretty building? Or there's a lot of big fine cars out in the parking lot? Why are you going? Are you going for the word? Or are you going because it looks good? Or it sounds good? Or it feels good? See, the word of God don't feel good all the time.
Come on.
Sometimes it'll convict you.
Oh,
Sometimes it'll make you step out of your comfort zone.
Oh, yes.
And if you do what I tell you to do, every now and then you got to hold your Bible up
Oh, yes.
and make it look like a mirror to yourself. And see if you like what you see in the mirror. Because every now and then you got to, used to be a song a long time ago, you got to check yourself before you wreck you. So yeah, my people here. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. There's another song said, don't push me, because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Sometimes people wonder how I keep them going on. See how you feel. I used to be a disc jockey. Y'all know a lot of stuff about me. I used to be a DJ radio. Y'all know that anyway. See, I'll let y'all hear this stuff every now and then, but I was on the stacks of wax. But anyway, y'all know about it. That's okay. John 10, 1 and 2. See, you got to tell folks stuff in a way they'll understand it, the way they'll remember. See, I don't mind putting myself out there because I know that God brought me from a mighty long way.
Amen.
And I know how good He's been to me when I was down.
Oh, yes.
He picked me up. When I needed brushing off, He brushed me off. When I needed no direction, He turned me around and He planted my feet back on solid ground
Yes, he
again.
did. Yes, he did.
That's the God I serve.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I didn't say y'all serve Him, but He's your God too.
Amen.
I ain't gonna be selfish this morning. John 10, 1 and 2, you need to understand some things. I'm going to tell you about that one way and that one door. The Bible says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door. He that, see, his way to know again, but he that entereth not by the door. You got to go through the door into the sheepfold. I'm going to explain the sheepfold too. But climbeth in another way.
Another way.
The same is as a thief and a robber. Y'all real thief and a robber? But if you don't come in the door, my Bible says
Yes.
you're a thief. What your Bible say? It says something different.
Thief and a robber.
You're a thief and a robber. But he that entered in by the window,
Oh,
he is in by the roof. He that crawls his way in. He that entered in by the door. Now, are we talking about a door here? It's a way to get inside.
oh, yeah.
And he's telling you how to get in. He that enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Well, what's the sheepfold? I'm glad y'all asked. I'm going to tell you what a sheepfold is. The sheepfold is the way they used to keep the sheep. It had one way in, had walls up the side, so the sheep had to look up. You have to look up?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
See, they were inside, walls up, one door. We all got to enter into the sheepfold.
All right.
We all got to look up.
All right.
We all got one door.
All right.
We ain't got two, we got one door, one way in.
Yes.
One Lord, one faith, one baptism. You can't be baptized right and talk wrong. Anyway, you must be in that one church to have a chance to be saved. And not everybody in that one church gonna be saved. My Bible says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Those are the folks that's in the church every Sunday. Those are the folks that dressing up, that smell good, that look good, that comb what little brush little hair they got. And when they stand in the mirror, they do the best they can what they got, and they come on. Old guy told me a long time ago, he said, I ain't worried about it anymore. I just get in the mirror, I do the best I got what I have, and I come on.
That's it.
I ain't no pretty guy, I'm just a guy, so I just come on.
That's it.
Now, the time I was worried about being pretty, but see, now you got more guys standing in the mirror than you do females. Sorry, I had to call. Something broke there. But anyway,
It's all right.
where is judgment going to start? Judgment going to start in the house of the Lord. Turn to 1 Peter 4. I'm going to wait for you there. I want you to get this. Turn to 1 Peter 4 and verse 17. I want you to get this. You got a smartphone, a dumb phone, whatever you got, you can get the Bible on it, get it. Because I want you to get this. See, at a certain point, I want you to get. And that's G-I-T. I want you to get these points, okay? My Bible says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of
Faith.
God. So I'm going to say faith. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not
Oh, yes. Oh,
the
yes.
gospel of God?
Oh, yes.
And if the righteous
Seriously.
shall scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinners appear? Where are they going?
Oh, yes.
See, that all makes you think right there all by itself.
Oh, yes.
If I come to church every Sunday, I put my tithes in. I'm dressed right. I'm acting right. I take the communion. I sing songs of Zion. I pray to God. And I may stand a chance. What about the ones that don't come at all?
It's all right. It's all right.
Every time I get a chance, I'm coming.
It's all
I
right.
didn't say y'all coming. I said I'm coming. I'm talking about me. See, y'all just eavesdropping right now. I'm talking to me. Y'all just
It's all
eavesdropping.
right. It's all right.
Y'all knows yourself.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm talking to me right now. Why do you come to church? Why do you come to worship service? What do you bring to worship? See, I'm going to make it plain for you. I know why I come.
That's it.
I come to worship my Lord and Savior.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I come because on the first day of the week, I'm commanded to come. Sunday's the first day.
Yes.
But why do you come? And I don't need an answer. I told you about me. I can't tell you about you. All I do is pray for you.
That's it. It's all right.
There's a thought process that you need to understand. Over in Romans 8, 5 and 6. And my Bible basically said that for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Yes.
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
Yes, sir.
For to be carnal minded is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Oh, yes.
Don't you want life and peace?
Oh, yes.
Don't you want a peace that passes all understanding?
Oh, yes.
Don't you want some of my God y'all eavesdropping about today?
Amen.
Don't you want some of them?
Oh, yes.
I said it before, I preached from the pulpit here. They talk about my cup runneth over, surely good mercy. I can't take the cup sometimes. Just give me the soft side. Just give me the runoff. Just give me a little bit of it. Because see, sometimes I can't handle the whole cup.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
But give me what I can handle. See, I got a series on this stuff right here. If I ever come back again, I may talk about the next part of this. But I just want to tell you something. You got to understand there's one way in. What happens when someone comes to your house and you close the door and they stand on the outside, you come out, can they get back in?
Sure.
No, they can't. Unless they got a key, or you didn't lock the door, or unless they're a burglar. Luke 13:25, so I'm gonna help you out before that door closes on you. When once the master of the house is risen up and has shut the door, and you begin to stand without and to knock at the door saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know not who you are. Are you outside? Are you knocking? Once you get outside and the door is closed, you can't come back in. He ain't letting you back in. You better figure it out. Point 2. And I'm going to take one. See, I told you 2 points. Jesus only purchased one church. He only purchased one. I think he said, upon this rock, I'm going to build my churches. Is church single?
Yes.
So where did that churches thing come from? Or that the chicken place?
Man.
On this rock, I will build many churches.
My church.
Y'all sound like y'all know some scripture here. At least y'all know one verse. But guess what? That's a good verse to know. Because see, I could teach somebody off that one verse. Upon this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell shall
Not prevail against it.
them.
It. That's single.
Y'all, why y'all cutting me off?
Because you're wrong.
Shall not prevail against it.
It.
Right.
I don't know how many its there are, but I think it's only one it.
That's right.
Anybody remember the Adams family?
Yes.
It?
Yes.
Cutting it. See, y'all watch TV too. It's only one it. It's only one there. It's only one mine. If I told you now, give me your car keys so I can go to your house. That ain't my house. That's your house. This is your microphone, but I'm possessing it right now, so it's mine. People understand mine in everything except religion. They don't understand one in everything except religion. Because then they start interjecting their thought process into the religion. But there is no thought process. You follow God's word. Not Buddha, not Islam, not the Torah, not the Quran. You follow the Bible. Not the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know what they're witnessing to, but anyway, but that's their own thing. We got to understand when we go out and teach people. And a lot of times we teach people about what we do and what we say. You ain't got to put a long dissertation on it. Well, in the Church of Christ, what we do in there. Get your Bible. Open it up. And if you can't do number one thing upon this rock, I'll build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That would scare me right there. If I love the Lord. Because see, I'm not saying denomination folks don't love the Lord. That ain't what I'm saying. But if I love the Lord, you can teach me.
There you go.
If I really love the Lord, you can teach me. Because I'm teachable if my spirit is teachable. Some folks don't have a teachable spirit. Acts 20 and 28. Take heed, therefore, unto yourself, and to all the flock which all the Holy Ghost have made you overseers to feed the church of God. Not feed the churches. Feed the church of God, which he has purchased with his own blood. How many of y'all would give your blood for something else that ain't yours? If I purchase something with my own blood, I'm giving my life for my church, and I'm going to have 5 churches. I ain't got that much blood. So if I'm purchasing it with my blood, that can be my church, not my churches. See, these are points you need to tell folks about to get them to understand who your Lord and Savior really is. Because I can tell you a lot about one. There was a time, the Bible says over in Acts 30, 17 and 30, there was a time when God winked at ignorance. See, that was back in the Old Testament. See, folks were doing stuff, and he said, okay, I'm giving a little more time. But when he got tired, I had Lot and his wife about it. When he got tired and tore up Sodom and Gomorrah, when he got tired, and Lot told his wife, said, don't look back. Don't look back. That's behind us. Don't look back now. You know how sometimes, I better duck behind the pulpit when I say this, but you know how sometimes females get kind of hard-headed sometimes. And guess what she did?
Turn the pillows out.
God fixed it. When you get away from where you were, when you stop doing what you were doing, ain't no time to look back. If you know you have a taste for alcohol, don't go around alcoholics. If you know you have a taste for controlled substances, don't go to the house where they sell them.
Amen.
If you know you have a taste for the boat, who your folks are. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. I ain't what I say. You got mad with me. I love y'all, so you got mad with me. But if that's what you choose to do, that's up to you. But make sure you got enough money to pay your bills. See, there's something wrong with that when you ain't got about 4 or 5 bills sitting on the counter that ain't paid. But anyway, that's just Banks. It ain't Bible. It's just Banks. I'm sorry. I apologize. But there's only one church and one body that God called out of the darkness into that marvelous light. That's the Church of Christ. If I purchase something with my own blood, I'm going to give everything that I have for that. 1 Corinthians 12 and 13, it says that you talk about the one. For as the body is one and has many members, and all the members of that one body being many, are one body, so also is Christ. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body. Where we be Jew or Gentile, where we be bond or free, he has made to drink of one Spirit. I'm not reading 2 in there. I'm reading 1. Everything that says there is 1. What's so hard about 1? If I was riding my car by myself, it'd be 1. Wouldn't be 2. But you start talking about religion, folks say, well, you're riding with 2. Because they don't understand the concept of 1. 2 more points. I'm going to take the seat. Do you remember when Jeremiah was talking over in Jeremiah 32, about 39 and 40, and was talking about 1. And he was saying basically that you have 1 heart. This isn't 2 hearts. Your heart's your mind. You have 1 heart. And we were basically talking about, he said there's 1 way. He said back in the Old Testament, there's one way. Now, if it's one way back then, why is it two ways now?
Oh,
If
yes.
it's one way back then, why is it multiple ways now? He made it plain. See, I can make this thing plain for you. And it said that it's forever. How long is forever? Is there an end to forever?
No.
Now, you do know I got a story about everything now. There was a time a guy told me that forever is 2 weeks. You do understand that, though. He was dating a female in college, and he met her, went out to a tree, got a knife, cut a big heart in there. Put her initial there, his initial there, drew a little line through it. Forever. 2 weeks later, went down to the girl's dorm to see her. And forever had ended. She was talking to somebody else. So he thinks forever is 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
But forever in the Bible is forever. And it ain't no end to the Bible forever until Jesus comes back. Then time will be no more. You ain't worry about setting your watch or setting your clock or getting up for work. You ain't worry about boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You ain't worry about your supervisor. You ain't worry about nothing, because guess what? It'll be all
Oh, yes.
over.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Where you gonna be when it's over? What church you gonna be in when it's over? You gotta understand, I am the first. I am the last. I am the beginning. I am the end. I am Alpha. I am Omega. You gotta understand all that. Because see, there will come a time when you won't be able to teach this to anybody. Because death will have sealed your lips. While you still have blood running warm in your veins, you can teach this. You can tell folks about how good your Lord and Savior is. You can tell folks about the one way, the one church. But the question is, do you want to tell them? See, some folks are heading down the wrong way, a one-way street. Some folks believe that everything they do in their church is totally correct. The lady that did the lady that did the eulogy yesterday thought she was correct. And I know you won't believe this. Like I said, I told you this. I don't make fun of stuff like that. But